Didn't I say saying in my face?
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta go get my file. Oh, now we don't remember that I said come say it in my face?
No, ma'am, I was not cursing at you. I was.
She is held in contempt of court, but she hung up. So I'm changing my language with respect to a contempt hearing. The court on the record held her in contempt for cursing at me that day. So today the court is announcing its punishment for the contempt, which is why I indicated we were going to come in person for this restitution hearing. So I don't normally hold restitution hearings in person, but since Ms. Ford cursed at me, then we had to have this in person so that the court could announce its decision on the restitution, on the contempt punishment penalty. So counsel, if you wish to be heard, you can be heard as to the penalty for your client cursing at me on Zoom.
Thank you, Your Honor. So unfortunately, I had also already logged off Zoom, so I was not present and did not witness what was going on. After being informed by the court what had happened, I discussed with my client, and she indicated to me that she was certainly not attempting to insult Your Honor. And so,
because people shouldn't be insulted by people cursing at them?
I'm not sure if it was a misunderstanding, but regardless, my client is sincerely apologetic for any insults to the court. And so for that reason, in addition, my client has a young daughter who is in her primary care, who is at school right now. And
did she make arrangements for somebody to pick up her daughter?
I'm not sure, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, we understand the seriousness of this incident. I think Ms. Ford has learned a lot from this incident. We are asking, Your Honor, for something that does not involve jail time. If there is an ability to either pay a fine or do something else that Your Honor would impose, that is what we'd be requesting today. So that her child's life is not disrupted. And my client has something she would like to address upon as well.
She may.
First off, Your Honor, I just would like to sincerely apologize to you. My daughter, she goes to therapy. She tries to commit suicide every other week. I definitely was not cursing at you. A person kept calling me.
Call Miss Triplett. And tell her I need a transcript.
No, ma'am, I was not cursing at you. I did curse, but it was for a call that kept coming in while I was on the Zoom with you guys.
So you cursed at your phone because you didn't put your phone on Do Not Disturb while you had a court hearing?
Yes.
So you want me to believe that all the while you were on Zoom with me with a nasty attitude, that at the end of the conclusion of the matter, when you cursed, that wasn't directed towards me?
No, ma'am, it was not. I agree that I did some, I was being disrespectful at the time, but I definitely did not curse at you. It was not mine. It was for a phone call that I kept declining and they kept calling. I was not cursing at the judge. I would never.
You want me to believe that you were rude and disrespectful to me, but you would never curse at me?
Yes, because I wasn't cursing at you. I did disrespect you by taking a bite of my bagel and saying things to you as if, you were not having a good day. But I was not cursing at you.
I think you actually said something about me not having a good day or something.
Yeah,
yeah, you did. And now I think you might not be having a good day today. I think maybe if you thought I was having a bad day that day, demanding respect in my courtroom that I'm going to demand every day, kids too. And I remember quitting the job because it was too stressful for me and my kids. It's one of the highest ranking people at the Detroit Police Department. I said, I can't do this. Why? Because I got kids. It's stressful. I didn't go to work and take my stress out on the people that I worked with. I didn't take my stress out on the people that had to come to me for things. I didn't take my stress out on people who I was engaging with who had nothing to do with the things that were stressing me out. And so just like I told the other gentleman who came in my courtroom because he got rude with me and disrespectful and all of that to me on Zoom, when I wake up in the morning, talk to the one that I talk to in the morning, and put myself in a good mood, come to work and put on this black robe and these pearls, I don't do that to say, I can't wait for the people when they come in, I'll be so happy when they go off on me. People who I have had nothing to do with them being in my courtroom. I wasn't there when you committed your crime. I wasn't there when you got charged with your crime. I may not even been there when you took a plea in a felony courtroom for your crime. I had nothing to do with any of that. Yet you come in here and you gonna eat a bagel on my Zoom courtroom like that's appropriate. Let's just invite the public in and tell them to bring their breakfast, ma'am. This is court. And you were quite disrespectful to me. And now that you need to pay the consequences for your disrespect, you want me to believe that, yes, Judge, I was eating. Yes, Judge, I was getting smart with you. Yes, Judge, I was being disrespectful, but not in a million years would I ever curse at you. That don't make sense. But here's the thing about it. Whether you were cursing at me or just in the courtroom, whether you just forgot your mic was on, whether you didn't log off before you was cursing, either way, you cursed in my courtroom. You cursed in my courtroom, adding on to the already disrespect that you had displayed to me that day. Disrespect that I didn't deserve. Disrespect that I didn't ask you for. Disrespect that is unfair to me as a jurist. Court is going to impose the following sentence for contempt. Three days in the Wayne County Jail held in abeyance. If you complete the terms and conditions of your probation successfully, without any other issues or hiccups, then you won't have to serve the 3 days. If you do, if you're gonna keep that same energy you had with me on Zoom, you're gonna go to jail for 3 days, and I'm not gonna be concerned about who's gonna watch your child. There's never gonna be a day that you're gonna come in here and I'm gonna care more about who's gonna watch your child than you. Because you weren't thinking about who gonna watch my child if she locked me up while I'm on here going off on her, being disrespectful, eating bagels, and cursing. You didn't care about who's gonna watch your child. I'm not gonna care either. Anything further?
Nothing from the defense.
Does she have another court hearing, Mr. Flanagan?
Yes, Your Honor. May 14th,
What is that for?
review.
So we're in April. Is it realistic that she's gonna pay the restitution by May 14th?
Yeah.
Is that her halfway point, or that May 14th, is that her halfway point? Sorry, I'm asking you questions that I have to file right in front of me, Ms. Manning. No, that's her first review. I placed her on a 9-month probation just in January. That's not her, oh wait. January, February, March, April, May. That is her halfway point. I'm gonna keep the, how did we get in April and the restitution here was originally scheduled for February? Oh, wow, February 20th.
Was that the last date?
No, we must have adjourned that, but I don't know why. Okay, nonetheless, I'm gonna keep the May 14th date. Am I available May 14th? Yes, I am. I can look at it and see, yes. Okay, okay, we're gonna keep the May 14th date next. And if you have completed the terms and conditions of your probation, then I will consider early discharge at that time. We are all set. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.